Hello, my lovely students. How are you all doing today? Today's class is a little bit special. We are going to be talking about an idiom that has to do with the devil. All right, so the idiom for today is to play the devil's advocate. So I chose this idiom today because I think that this one is somewhat common. You can be watching a movie and hear it in a movie or hear someone say it sometimes. It's not really common, but people do say it. And I think that this one could be a little bit confusing, especially the first time you hear it. So let's dive in and break this one down. First, let's look at to play. Now, we know that you could play guitar, you could go and play with your friends. In this case, we have to play the devil's advocate. So, what I want you to do is think of it as if you are an actor or an actress and you need to play the part or play a character of some sort. In this case, you're going to be playing the devil. The second part of this idiom that we need to look at is devil's advocate. What is an advocate? An advocate is someone that helps or speaks for someone else. They take their place in doing something. Okay? In this case, you are going to be playing the devil's advocate. You are playing the devil on behalf of the devil himself. All right. So it's one thing to understand the idiom. So I think now with these explanations of these parts, I think you can put it together. So to play the devil's advocate. So you are going to be doing something on behalf of the devil. And it's one thing to understand it, but I realize with idioms, it's just how do you use them in a sentence? When is it appropriate to use? And a lot of my students are just really nervous or scared to use idioms because they're not sure if they use them in the appropriate way or at the appropriate moment. And this is true. Sometimes you need to listen to the idiom quite a few times being used in other examples so that you can copy it and use it in the same way, in the same experience, in the same moment in speech. Okay? This one is best explained if I give you some examples. So my first example is going to be, imagine that I have a friend and he is talking to me about taking a year off and traveling the world. So he starts telling me about all these different places that he's going to go to, and everything sounds like a dream. But because I'm his friend, his close friend, I don't want him to think that everything is going to be a dream. I want him to look at the other side of things, the bad side of things, if possible. Why? Just so that he's prepared for it. So I might say something to him like, hey, I don't want to be the devil's advocate, but how will you get money when you are traveling through these different countries? This will then make him think about this situation, and he won't see it as a bad thing that I've said this. He just sees it as me helping him to think about maybe some things that he didn't think of before. Another example might be, imagine that I have a business partner and we are trying to make a business deal with another company. We go into the meeting, we sit down with them, and we start talking business. And this other company just asking us question after question and very negative type questions and situations. And I might say to my business partner, man, these guys are really playing the devil's advocate here. What I mean by that is that they are coming up with all the bad situations and making us come up with solutions for every single bad situation that could possibly happen in the deal. Another situation might be, imagine I have a group of friends and they're planning this wonderful dream trip to the beach and they have all these plans and they're talking about all these different things. But I know that there's a storm coming. There's going to be some bad weather and it's probably not a good idea to go to the beach. And I might say to them, guys, I really hate to be the devil's advocate, but there's a storm coming and it's probably not a good idea for us to go. So you can use this idiom in a form of saying, hey, I hate to be the bad guy here, but this is going to happen. So you'll often hear native speakers say, I hate to be the devil's advocate. Okay? I hope with those 3 examples, they help you to understand this idiom a little bit more. Just keep your ears open. You will hear this one in movies quite often. I actually think there's a movie called The Devil's Advocate. Yes, there is. So there you go. It's a very popular idiom and you can learn to use it. You just have to learn what type of situation to put it in. All right? Okay. Thank you for watching the video and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye for now.